may be another snowy spring day here in Toronto, but Lamborghini has brought me for a special preview of the brand's latest supercar. So let's get out of the snow and inside where it's warm and check it out. All right, so here I am with a special guest. If you could just introduce yourself for our audience.
I'm Andrea Baldi. I'm the president and CEO of Automobili Lamborghini America.
All right, so we have your latest and greatest here. So if you could just sort of walk me through.
Yes.
We've read a lot about it, but it's great to finally see it. So,
Well,
it looks amazing.
Here is the Temerario. That's a Spanish name, but also it's the same word in Italian. Means brave, it means courageous, reckless in the positive way, reckless associated to driving. It's not really something that we want to see, but the Temerario was the name of a fighting bull in 1875 that was so brave that we thought the character of this car was embodying the same spirit. And so following a tradition that is not new to Lamborghini, we name it after a fighting bull.
Yeah.
And our logo always reminds us that our founder had a passion for the bulls and the corrida. The car that you see here is in this beautiful blue Marinus matte color, which we like a lot and gives a very elegant look at the car, where immediately you can spot the new element of the design of this car, that it's the successor of the Huracan, but makes a giant leap ahead. The first that you notice immediately is the DRL with the hexagon, a very dear element in our design, where you can immediately recognize on the top what was the design of the greenhouse of the Countach. And that is an element.
Very cool.
No, you can see the top of the car, seeing from the front, and then the hexagon has been used in so many of the elements as an inspiration for the design, and is also because it reminds the molecule of the carbon fiber that is made with an hexagon. So it's a sign that immediately can be associated to Lamborghini, but this is just not aesthetical, it's functional. And it's giving you immediately in this beautiful uniform blue the character of the car, where you can see there are new aerodynamic elements to make sure that in the front you get the downforce that is required for a car that has 920 horsepower and has to be always in control, especially at high speed. If we move on the side of the car, we start to see how the design has changed. The car is a little longer than a Huracan, slightly bigger, because one of the most important briefs that we gave to our engineer was that we needed to fit Canadian into the car, any size. So we have very tall people in Canada, in North America, as well as in North Europe, and typically we had complaints that they may not fit. Now we made sure that this is gonna fit an NBA basketball player. And you can notice on this beautiful side, the first thing is this camera that together with the others will give you a rear view, 360 degrees view inside the car. There's always been a problem a little bit in super sport cars that are so low and with very small windows on the rear to really understand the proportion of the car. But now, thanks to technology, we have a complete visibility, and you can appreciate how aggressive has become the side of the car with this very muscular rear, and you can see this beautiful 325 millimeters wheels made of Bridgestone for us that are giving a strong character to the car. This is the part that I like the most. The rear has been really designed in a very aggressive way. You can see how much work has been put by the designer in creating this very naked look of
Yeah,
the rear of
surprised
the
at that,
car.
how
right?
open it is there.
This reminds me again very much the cool touch, and then cleaning like that may take an inspiration from motorcycles, because that gives you really the sense of how aggressive is the car, and then the beautiful definition that lead into this beautiful exhaust and the design, again an hexagon of the rear lamps, and this beautiful curve that ensure that the downforce on the rear is way superior to the one that we had for the Huracan, together with the other elements like the spoiler that you can observe here.
Is this
Now,
active?
this is not
No,
active.
okay.
It's static, but it's designed in a way that increases a lot.
It's quite the diffuser.
Beautiful diffusers.
Yeah.
Of course, it's functional as well. So this is making sure that we can extract properly the air from down the car, and then the hexagon as an element of the current and the exhaust that define also very much the character of the car. Well, then I guess it's more, in my opinion, to look at inside of the car. Like I said, way bigger than its predecessor. Turning on, in this case we have a beautiful Terra for the interior that is combining very much with this blue Marinus, the name of the car on the side, and a very beautiful steering wheel. The first thing that you observe in a car when you get in, and that defines the character of the car. And if it's the first time, there is a method, of course, to get into and avoid that you hit your head. What we wanted to create, it's a very lean design where you still immediately get the feeling of being a pilot of a jet, of a very sophisticated machine, but you have a very intuitive number of buttons and switch that are not making your life impossible. No, you want to understand. And then the rest is extremely clean, again with this design that is inspired by airplanes, fighting jets, and with a new touchscreen where all the other functionalities will be accessible without making it too heavy, the steering wheel that is looking like a racing one. As you can see, there's a lot of adjustment that I can make to the seat. I'm not too tall, I'm 1.75 meters tall, and we are in Canada, I can use centimeters and meters, right?
Yeah. No, I know my centimeters because we're Canada.
I have it on my head like this. It's incredibly roomy, and that was the goal I was mentioning, and the comfort here is ensured by perforated seats and ventilated, massage included. This has not to be necessarily an uncomfortable car like the super sport car used to be, uncompromising. This could be actually a car that on an everyday basis it's perfect, and then when you want to make it a super sport car, you just turn the right driving mode that you access directly from the switch, and the car behavior goes straight to the most performant car in its own segment. We call it a fuori classe, and it means something that is above anything else in his own class, in 920 horsepower with an acceleration of 2.7 seconds to reach 100 kilometers per hour, and combined with the behavior of a car like Lamborghini will make your experience unforgettable and fun. Goosebumps guaranteed.
Yeah, like you said, supercars these days are way more comfortable. I got to drive the Strada last year, I was lucky enough, and I see a lot of design elements carried over, which is really cool to see. Sort of the design theme is consistent and carries. It looks very different in here, but at the same time familiar, like where the screen is and where like the buttons you're saying for the start stop and windows and the steering wheel. Yeah, so any owner that has Huracan should be able to get in here and be pretty familiar pretty quickly.
What we are observing, and what we also wanted to achieve in that very competitive segment and arena where this car is going to compete because of pricing and performance, it's that there's a lot of clients that are not necessarily precedent owners of a Lamborghini, that they recognize themselves in this design that is clearly and unmistakably a Lamborghini, but has found the nuances that are making it more palatable to a wider customer base.
We touched on the performance a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's sort of, it's incredible how this is a new car and it looks different and new, yet it's the styling for Lamborghini always has that wedge shape. Like it's so easily recognizable, but I wouldn't mistake this for Huracan at all. Like it's great how your designers can always sort of make it functional and look like a Lamborghini, but still different. Because the amount of aero on the front and rear, like until you, like I'm here in person seeing it, it's incredible. All the little bits of wing and vents and intakes.
And you
then
just
got the heart.
summarize how difficult it is to be a designer.
Yeah. And then at the heart of the monster, just as newsworthy, it's a completely new engine for you. And setup.
It is, and entirely developed by Lamborghini in-house, like for our B12. We often synergize with our group in finding a common platform, and in this case, we wanted an engine that was standing alone in the very competitive arena I was describing before, and so we wanted something that the group and nobody can offer, so we engineered it. We had the idea, we thought we can make it, we got the support of our investor, and we developed an engine that can achieve 10,000 RPM. Is limited to 10,000 RPM because
Limited.
it could probably get a little higher, but I won't say more, but it's reaching 10,000 RPM. That is unique for a V8 twin turbo. And I can promise you that the beautiful engine is not on the RPM, it's also on the sounds of it. It's a very important feature for a Lamborghini to really be extremely powerful but exceptionally also for the years.
A Lamborghini that doesn't make noise wouldn't be a Lamborghini, and this is a hybrid as well, correct?
It is hybrid. It is the completion of our strategy in hybridizing all the products. We thought that it was a very clever way to move on in a direction where we get more sustainable, but at the same time where we put together technologies that can give us more performance. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to reach 920 horsepower. Also, that possibility of integrating the two powertrains gives you the chance to use better the space that you have in the car. We like to have a four-wheel drive car for its usage in every possible condition, and to transfer power to the front, you need a transmission, and of course, weight is always the enemy of a super sport car. At the same time, if you put electric engines on the front, you can obtain the goal that you want to transfer also power in the front when it's necessary without putting the transmission. Of course, also this is leaving the space for the battery. We have a 1.5 meters long battery, 30 centimeter higher, and that is the one that is helping us to fill up the gaps of power and to really give that exceptional boost. And it's not literally a car that ever run out of juice. If you need to charge it, it just charges with the engines or with the braking, so you don't really need to plug it in to go around, and you never get stuck.
Well, thank you so much for your time. This has been a great explanation. It just makes me, and I'm sure our audience, want to drive one even more. And it's interesting to see all the little details that maybe we didn't know about the aero and the interior space and comfort. And of course, it's going to be a performance monster. So good luck in the next year, and I'm sure this is going to be a hit.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here.
All right, thank you.